24 hours away from the beginning of state hearings about accused imposter cops in Tennessee, and WSMV4 Investigates has uncovered yet another case of someone who isn't state certified police identifying as an officer.
It's further proof, critics say, of why the state issued 62 violations against the security company Solaren. It's the latest findings in Chief Investigative Reporter Jeremy Finley's thin blurred line investigations. And Jeremy, the hearings for these violations begins tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's right. The state says the Mount Juliet security company Solaren repeatedly allows its civilian employees to identify as police. Now, I was told about a situation from last April where a civilian Solaren employee identified as a police officer during a dispute at the Opry Mills Mall. Because of a backlog at Metro Police for body camera footage, I only just received that video. Here's what it shows.
Came over here, still hooked up the vehicle.
On April 4th, 2024, an already messy dispute got even messier.
He's with Solaren.
He is Vincent Trapani, a security guard with the company Solaren, which is among the security companies contracted with Opry Mills Mall. Well, parking lot security wanted this repo man charged with trespassing. Well, that repo man then got on the phone with his company's attorney, as well as the attorney's private investigator, Paul Dillon. Listening into the dispute, Dillon says Trapani didn't just describe himself as a security guard.
There was no reservation in that comment that he was a certified police officer, not just a police officer, but a certified police officer.
Here's why that matters. Our thin blurred line investigations have exposed other former and current employees of Solaren who aren't state certified police identifying as police officers. As a result, the state issued 62 violations against them. So when a Metro police officer arrives wearing this body camera, Dillon wants the officer to validate Trapani's claims. So when the officer asks Trapani for proof, watch. Trapani opens up his phone and shows the officer something. We can't see it in the video. Dillon starts growing suspicious.
Here's a security guard saying he's a commissioned police officer, does not have a badge or a commission card from an agency on his possession, but pulls it up on his phone.
Again, it's unclear what Trapani shows on his phone, but state records read in 2017, Trapani was a police officer in Illinois. Listen to what the officer asks Trapani.
Are you with the police department up there? Yes. Okay.
But here's the thing about security guards in Tennessee. Even if you're retired police from out of state, in order to claim to be working as off-duty police, you have to be working for a police department in this state. According to the state agency that certifies law enforcement, not only is Trapani not state-certified law enforcement, but in 2023, they cite in this violation against Solaren that Trapani wore police identifying attire while working as a security guard working for a downtown bar.
If we have somebody impersonating a police officer who's not a police officer, especially when they're in a uniform presenting themselves as an official, I think that's very troubling.
Was it wrong for him to identify himself as a police officer?
Absolutely not.
Jack Bird, the CEO of Solaren, says his attorneys are prepared to argue there are federal and state exemptions that allow Trapani, who was also military police in Illinois, to identify as off-duty police in Tennessee.
People that may see this, they may think this is another instance of you kind of blurring the lines again with one of your employees. What would you say about that?
I'd say that's definitively untrue, and we're going to prove that case this week.
Okay, so the hearings on these 62 violations begin tomorrow morning. Trapani is among those cited in the violations, but only from the 2023 incident. The state didn't even know about the body camera that we just showed you. So I'm going to be there every day of these hearings to bring you live updates on what this administrative law judge ultimately rules. Marius?
Can't wait to hear about that. Jeremy Finley, thank you so much.